We're just outside the city of Provo, Utah, which voter records show is one of the most conservative cities in America. So what kind of grilling are people in for here at the State Street Grill? A teen coming out.
I'm gay.
It's perhaps one of the most intimate confessions. But in the dawn of this new digital age, there's not much you can't find on YouTube.
Can I tell you something?
Like this soldier who, after the repeal of Don't Ask, Don't Tell, finally comes out to his father.
Dad, I'm gay. Dad, I'm gay.
But that might as well be a world away from here, where this teen is about to tell his father the biggest secret of his life.
Dad, I'm gay.
This is disgusting. This is a phase. You will grow out of this.
But this dad isn't taking it as well as this one.
You still love me? I still love you, son. Yes, I still love you.
The online audience of 5 million was overwhelmingly supportive. But what about this audience of 2?
I need to be very clear about something. You are not gay. No one in our family is gay. It's unacceptable behavior.
They're within earshot of everything. Still not a word.
Are you trying to embarrass me? Is that what this is about? Do you know what this would do to our family?
But when the teen leaves the table, they make a surprising suggestion.
I hope you didn't hear that, but if you did,
There's a very good program. If you want to, 12-step.
a 12-step program.
The family services.
And they can cure it?
Well, if you want.
They recommend a program to help overcome homosexuality.
How can I love him if he's gay? It's like...
You just do. I think the most important thing now is to help him to see if there's a chance. There are people who are born with different hormone imbalances, but what you need to do is see what he wants to do with it.
That program, we later learn, is a service offered through the Mormon Church to combat addictions. Among them, what they call same-sex attraction.
How would you feel if it was your child?
If he's saying that he was born, he didn't come to that conclusion by himself. He's running around with gays. We're telling him.
But when we meet these folks, they don't back away from their convictions. But what if the young man says, look, this is who I am. I was born gay.
Well, the only thing is I don't really feel that way. I don't feel that the day they're born that's necessary.
So you would try to change your son back?
Yeah, I'd try.
To become
Or I'd
heterosexual?
love him if he didn't. But I would try to change if I could.
In this next scene, it becomes very clear that these men are not about to get involved.
Dad, this is not something you can cure.
It's a joke. It's a choice. It's simply a choice. And you're making the wrong choice.
I felt bad for the family, felt bad for the individuals.
What about getting involved directly?
Should be between a father and a son.
I hope I would never have to go through that, but my son's married and has a family, so.
If he had suddenly told you he's gay, what would you have said?
No, I don't play the what-if games. It's not worth it.
But now, we're about to meet 2 groups of men who really have to ask, what if?
This is unnatural. Do you hear me? This is a tough phase of your life. There's a lot of hormone changes and things going on like that.
It's not
It is not an option, not in my family.
It's not something I'm choosing, Dad.
Yes, it is. I think I'm gonna be sick. I'm going to the bathroom.
After that outburst, this man reaches out to the son with a phone number and an open ear.
Give me a call later, okay?
What is this?
Put it in your pocket. Put it in your pocket.
Why?
Just because I got friends and family that don't want to stay with me anymore. Right? You're not alone.
Did you see how angry he was at me?
Just be patient.
Why do you want me to tell him I love him?
And when our teen walks outside for some fresh air, Derek Yates follows right behind.
Nick, I think this guy is coming after you.
I can't talk a whole lot right now. He's probably going to come out of the bathroom. But I got a brother that's gay, and we've been through it all. Just give me a call later. We'll get you some help.
Back inside, he starts counseling Dad about an issue that's very personal.
You know, I want to be straight up, I have a brother that's gay. Okay? I had a really hard time with him growing up. I've accepted it and I love it.
Well, I just heard about it.
I know.
I'm sick.
We struggled for years.
And now some real-life advice from a dad who's been there.
I'll tell you what I did for my son. I loved him, and I never got on his case. And he's the best damn helper I've ever got. I didn't change his mind on a lot of things, but I love him, and he loves me.
Was it hard on you when it first happened?
What do you think? Yeah.
So you understand what I'm feeling?
Yes. Yes.
I don't know what I'm going to do.
And he's a wonderful guy. But he thinks a little different up there than the rest of us do.
Yeah.
And so you love him.
I got 2 girls that are 4 and 2, and he's a better father than I ever could.
And then from across the restaurant, this man shares a similar story.
My brother's gay. I found out when I was 16. I was sick to my stomach. I didn't want to be around him. And I was like, I got to have a shower. You know, I'm totally sick. This is disgusting. Am I going to get AIDS? I was so worried about all that stuff. Looking back at it, it was just funny, you know, how I reacted to it.
It's not funny now.
Now, he's probably the best person in our family. He is probably the most loving, kind, and generous in my whole family. He is fantastic. I love him. I love him to death.
Honest and touching testimonials.
Like I say, he's the best son I've got.
I think he's the best brother I have.
TV crew, stand by.
Time to meet these remarkable men.
Well, you really spoke up.
Got to say it like it is sometimes.
You didn't have to get involved.
No, I hate seeing people be hurt like that. You know, like I say, he's one of the best brothers I have, and I think people need to be accepting and love people for who they are.
It is a bit shocking at first, but over time you realize that things aren't as bad or aren't as different as you thought they might be.
Your advice to parents dealing with this issue?
Love them. Love them and accept them. You'll find out that they'll reciprocate that love back to you.
We expect it out here in middle America and rural America that people would think differently, and what does this tell us?
I guess it doesn't really matter where you go, and hopefully people will have a little compassion on each other and try to see things from the other person's viewpoint.